Outreach broadcast. We thank God for being on the air 28 years. God has blessed us. Amen? Amen. I won't hold you long, but there's a word from the Lord today. Psalms number 40. My God. And it reads as follows. It says, I waited patiently for the Lord, and he inclined unto me. Heard my cry. He brought me up also out of an horrible pit, out of a miry clay, and set my feet upon a rock, and established my goings. He hath put a new song in my mouth, even praise unto our God. Many shall see it and fear, and shall trust in the Lord. Blessed is the man that maketh the Lord his trust, and respecteth not the proud, nor such as turn aside to lies. Many, O Lord, my God, are the wonderful works which thou hast done. Thy thoughts which are to us, they cannot be reckoned up in order unto thee. If I will declare and speak of them, they are more than can be numbered. Sacrifice and offering thou didst not desire. Mine ears hast thou opened, burnt offering and sin offering hast thou not required. Then said I, Lo, I come, in the volume of the book it is written of me. I delight to do thy will, O my God, yet thy law is within my heart. I have preached righteousness in the great congregation. Though I have not refrained my lips, O Lord, thou knowest. I have not hid thy righteousness within my heart. I have declared thy faithfulness and thy salvation. I have not concealed thy loving kindness and thy truth from the great congregation. Withhold not thou thy tender mercies from me, O Lord. Let thy loving kindness and thy truth continually preserve me. For innumerable evils have compassed me. Mine iniquities have taken hold upon me, so that I am not able to look up. They are more than the hairs of my head, therefore my heart faileth me. Be pleased, O Lord, to deliver me. O Lord, make haste to help me. Let me be ashamed and confounded together, that seek after my soul to destroy it. Let them be driven backward and put to shame, that wish me evil. Let them be desolate for a reward of their shame, that say unto me, Let all those that seek thee rejoice, and be glad in thee. Let such as love thy salvation say continually, The Lord be magnified. But I am poor and needy, yet the Lord thinketh upon me. Thou art my help and my deliverer. Make no tarrying, O my God. All right. If you allow me for a little while to purpose this particular text, past triumphs and present troubles. Yeah. Past triumphs and present troubles. Here are evidently and foundly, unprecedentedly, the writer of this particular text is none other than David. And as David wrote this particular text, we found where, even in our discovery of our research, that some say discovered what period or time David wrote the text. What time frame did he write it? What era did he write it on? Did he write it during the era when Saul was after him? Or did he write it during the time of his discretion after Bathsheba? What time frame, what era did he write this particular text on? Well, we come to discover that this text lifts from the pages of some horrible event and events that preceded and proceeded from the mouth of the era of David that he had to deal with. But one thing David realized, that God is still God. Yeah. One thing he discovered, that God is still on the throne. Yeah. One thing he realized, that he was still in the hand of the Lord. Yeah. I look at David, look at his past. triumphs and his present troubles, and there's several things I found in the passage that I think we'll find so prevalent as we look at the past triumphs and the present troubles, because we know, like David knows, we've had some good days. We've had some bad days. But guess what? Guess what? Our good days outweigh our bad days. And guess what the psalmist said? Come on. So here I see in the text where we find it so prevalent as we look at this text for our clarity. David says several things to us, to the body of Christ. If you're going to deal with your past triumphs and your present troubles, because one thing I do know is that we go through several phases of life. If you're not in the middle of a storm, you just got out of one. If you not just got out of one, in the middle of one, guess what? You're about to come into one. And so here it is, David said, if you want to learn how to deal with life and its issues, and here it is, the first thing I saw was David's conviction. One thing that he realized, because David said in the text, he said, here he says in this text, in the first verse, he said, I waited patient for the Lord, and he inclined to me and heard my cry. He brought me up also out of the horrible pit, out of the miry clay, and set my feet upon the rock and established my goings. And he put a new song in my mouth, even praise unto our God. Men shall see it and hear and shall trust in the Lord. Now look at David's conviction, because he was convicted in his heart, and the reason for it is, he said, the Lord, he heard me. And David said in the text, he said, I waited patiently for the Lord, inclining to believe that David asked God over and over again. He prayed over and over again. He went to the Lord over and over again. That's why the text uses, the psalmist uses in this passage, I waited patiently for the Lord, and he inclined unto me, meaning that David waited on God. He didn't get in a hurry, even though he was in the middle of a mess. He didn't get in a hurry. And so not only did he say he heard me, but verse 2, I saw in the same text, he said he brought me up also out of the horror of it, out of the miry clay, and set my feet upon the rock and established my going. Not only do I see in the text the reason for it is because he heard me, but also he helped me. I was in the mess, but I was in the work. If it had not been for the Lord watching over me, and some of you can attest in here today that if it had not been for God on this side, where would you have been if it had not been for God pulling you up out of the muck and the mire, out of the situations of life? Where would you be if it had not been for the hand of God on your life? Some of us would have been in the crazy house. Some of us wouldn't even be here today, but thanks be to God. That has his hands on us. Why don't you touch your neighbor and say, he still got his hand on me? And so, not only do I see the reason for it because he heard me, but also he helped me. But also under David's conviction, not only do we see the reason for it, but look at the result of it. I see in verse 3, 5, he said, and he had put a new song in my mouth, and even praise unto our God. Men shall